You can only have power over your life or how your life goes when when you start doing the things that you do for yourself or for the virtue of that thing, but not for the outcome or the fulfillment that that thing promises you. In other words, you can have the level of control or power you desire over your reality when your emotions and reactions are not influenced by any external factors, or at least when the majority of your emotions and reactions are not influenced by any external factors. Now, those two statements might sound a little bit different, but let me elaborate. When you do something because you are in desperate need of what it offers you back, you are in desperate need of its outcome to go in a specific way, you are in a desperate need for it to be in a specific way, for it to provide you with a specific relief or fulfillment or outcome, then you are allowing your emotional system, your emotional integrity to be under the control of that thing, which also means that you are creating cords of energy to that thing, and you're giving away control over that specific area of your life to that thing, which also means that you are allowing parts of your system to be controlled, to be directed, to be guided towards a direction that you have no control over whatsoever. You are confirming, it's as if you are confirming, you are affirming that I'm not in control of this aspect of my life, and as such it's gonna keep going in directions that you are helpless to change, that you are in no control of, that you are unconscious and unintentional to. And that's why you might find specific areas of your life flowing in directions that you don't want them to flow to. But if you are doing something just for that thing, just for yourself, because you want to be that person, you want to be doing that thing because it's out of curiosity, or it's out of creativity, it's out of you wanting to do that thing, or it's for the virtue that that thing naturally offers, like it's helpful to many other people, it's helpful to earth, it's helpful to life, then you are doing that thing for yourself. You know, it's similar to the difference between wanting to be, sustainable living, leading a sustainable life, or going vegan because you want to be perceived as cool, or you want to follow the trend, you want to be part of this community or that community, you want to be seen as that person who appreciates earth, who is all in for earth, or this or that, versus you doing it because you truly believe in that, because you want to be that person, because you feel that this is what's aligned with you, this is what your moral compass, your virtuous compass is leading you to. Your beliefs are aligned with that thing, and so you do it because you love that for yourself, you love that for life, you love that for others. You know it's helpful, you know it's gonna benefit you, you know it's good for you, and you do it for that, not because it's promising you anything external, any external validation, but just for yourself. And so this could translate to the amount of power you have over your reality is equivalent to the amount of power you keep for yourself. Because when you are under the control of external things, when you are letting things like, how this person treats you influences your emotional integrity, how this thing turns out influences you, how this thing goes, if this thing works out, you're good, if it does not work out, you're bad, your self-worth is depreciated, you feel worthless, and you feel as if your value is being depreciated. If that thing goes in your favor, you're happy, you're joyful. If it doesn't, if that person leaves you, you're sad. If that, you're allowing all of those aspects to be out of your control. Like if you're allowing how you feel about yourself be dictated by your job, by your career, by your financial abundance, then life will continuously prove that to you. You will always find that you're feeling bad about yourself as long as several things are going in your favor. And it's never gonna go in your favor because you are allowing specific parts of your system to go in whatever direction your external reality guides it to, takes it to. And so they are not under your conscious power. They're not part of your power any longer because you have created those cords of energy. You've tied your self-worth to that thing. And so you're gonna find patterns, repeated patterns in your love life, in your financial life, in your career life, in any part of your life, be dictated by external things. You're gonna go find that it's going in different directions that you want nothing to do with, simply because you allowed parts of your system to be under the influence of your external reality. And so when you let others dictate your worth, how you feel about yourself, how you feel in general, how you react during your day, how happy, how loving, how graceful you are, if that's always all over the place due to in reaction to how your external reality is going, then you are giving away control over that thing to external factors. And that's what's going to be continually proved through your external reality, that you have no control over those aspects of your life. And when you have no control over those aspects of your life, then they will not go according to how you wish them to go. It will always be the opposite because you have no control over them. If you have control over something, it goes in the direction you want it. But if you have no power, if this is not part of your power system, you've disempowered yourself from that area, and as such it's gonna go in different directions. But the thing here, so the key here is to empower yourself, is to keep all of this power for yourself, is to not allow external factors impact how you feel and how you think and how you react and how you act, what you do, but always be proof that you are a sovereign being, that you experience that you are enjoying your autonomy. When you stop enjoying your autonomy, your sovereignty, life will be a reflection of that. But you have to be careful of another factor, which is to not overwhelm yourself by that control, by that power. When the ego, us as the ego, it's not simply designed to figure out everything, to be in control of everything, to have everything figured out, to direct and guide each and every aspect of your life. That happens when you are in survival. But you don't want to be in survival, you want to be in creation or creativity, the creative state, the creation state. And when you're claiming all of this control for your ego, for the ego, you are overwhelming the ego. It simply exceeds its design. The ego is not meant for this. So what you do is that you relinquish control, not to anything. You simply relinquish control. You surrender to your energy. You see what your energy is and you surrender to that. It's a little bit elusive, this concept, so bear with me. So the key here is to be open for things to go in your favor, not the opposite. So you are surrendering control, but you're not waiting to see how that thing reacts or how that thing goes or how that outcome turns out in order for you to feel good or bad or joyful or sad or miserable. You are actually letting it go, knowing that you are surrendering that to your higher self, to a higher power, which in turn is gonna produce the exact result that you want. It's gonna produce results way better than you actually want them to be. So you're not giving your energy, your control to external factors. You are keeping it for yourself. You are keeping it for your essence, but you are not desperately trying to manipulate that control. If this thing has to go this way, that thing has to work out in this specific manner, this outcome has to be, you're so attached So detach. You are detached from the outcome, but you know that you are still in control because you are an infinite energetic being. You are creating from beyond your understanding, from beyond your sight, from beyond your vision, from beyond your knowledge. So you trust in that, and so with this trust, you know that you are in control, but you are not physically in control. The ego should not be in control, because when the ego is in control, it messes up everything. And it also takes very long to create any results. So it's not like, bashing out through everything, through, forcing yourself through each and every step throughout the way to create the results you want. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna force my way through this, I'm gonna create it one way or another, regardless, I will do that thing because I can, because I'm so hormonal, because not this. This could work out perhaps, but it's gonna take very long, and at some point you're not gonna be this, and then when that's gonna work out, at some point you're not gonna be defined by the results, by the thing that by the things that this action is promising you, but rather you're gonna just be doing that thing for yourself, and then it's gonna work out. Because at some point you let go of, even if it's through discipline, even if you're forcing your way through that thing, at some point you let go of the outcome, you detach from that thing, and then it happens, and then it gives you the results you want. But if you simply hand over the steering wheel to your trust, to your understanding that you are more than just the ego, and as such you are making things, you are creating things from beyond your knowledge, from beyond your sight, from beyond what you can see, and you're handing over that wheel, that steering wheel, to your energetic, to your pure conscious energy form, that in turn gives you the results way better than you ever imagined. And that's when you are both in control and not in control. That's when you're not letting the ego overwhelm you, when you're not overly defined by simply the ego. And so you're not allowing it all of the control, yet you're not giving away your control to external things. You are reserving your power. You are transmuting that energy in a way beyond your understanding. Not to how much money you're making, not to how your career is going, not to how people are giving, how much attention or validation others are giving you, not to how your partner is loving you. You are still in autonomy. You are still vibrating on sovereignty. You know you're lovable regardless of how others love you. You know you're worthy regardless of what experiences are given to you. You know that you are abundant regardless of your of how financially abundant your external reality is. That's when you still have the power. That's when you're not creating cords of energy towards hundreds of external things for them to have control over you, yet you are not keeping all of the control within your ego. And that's when you start having power over your life. That's when you are able to create consciously. That's when you're able to create intentionally, and you're gonna see it. And once you see it, you become more aware of it, and it becomes a pattern. You start to not just trust in it or believe in it, you know it for a fact. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AF's Conscious Frequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.